Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. Happy Friday. Today we will go and to take a look at Vechain and we'll do some price analysis. We'll have a look at some juicy buy orders that we could potentially fill. Currently Bitcoin has had a pretty shit day, to be honest. We've had those bad CPI rates through, which is to be expected really. I think anything to do with financial markets globally, macro outlook is very, very bleak, and in tandem that pulls Bitcoin down with it, which then pulls crypto down with it. And unfortunately, altcoins, even the strongest fundamental assets, will get pulled down with it. I mean, Vechain itself has done a 90% drop since all-time highs, which is crazy really, considering the amount of partnerships that they have, and considering a new partnership with UFC, which is worth $100 million. So it is what it is, isn't it? I mean, for me, I've started buying crypto, started buying altcoins now, and I'll show you my buy zone for Vechain. So I do know that it can go down, that's just the beauty of the beast, but at some stage you need to start buying, and I'm happy to start buying now. I've actually bought, which is probably not the best level really, but I've started buying here at 3.2 cent. It was a peak, but I was looking at back here, I thought, right, we dropped down, I bought here, I thought we were going to push on, and it didn't really, but slightly underwater on that, but I'm not too fussed really. For me, Vechain is a long-term buy. I bought it back in, might have been around August 2020, and I've sold it around November 2021, so I made some substantial profit on that, sold all my holdings, but I'm now starting to buy back in. First order filled at 200,000 Vechain, so I'm now holding that amount, and I'm looking to keep adding to that position really. And let's have a look. So I mean, look at this recent level we hit down here. We hit down to 2.3 cent, and when we bounced up, hit 3.4 cent and rejected. Look at that as well. I rarely use the Fibonacci's recently because I've been more concentrated on support and resistance levels, but the 618 golden ratio is just one of the best things out there. If you're ever looking for buys, put the fib on the bottom, put it on the top here, and then look for buying down in this region here. If you want to know how to use a Fibonacci, go onto my homepage on YouTube, click on lessons, and there's a Fibonacci lesson there. I think it's one of the best indicators around. Beyond support and resistance, this is it's a great one to use. So as you can see there, we've got some levels to buy. We'll talk about a little bit of a bearish scenario first. If Bitcoin just continued to tumble, we're going to look at buys here, 2.8 cent, and laddered all the way down to this area of support here at 2.2 cent. If you look at this on a weekly time frame, you'll see that this is a major level of support. It was in a level we rejected in August, went back down. I think I said I bought in September, didn't I? And then we rode that wave all the way up to the top. I didn't sell at the top. I think I sold somewhere, I don't know, maybe around, definitely didn't sell at the top. I said November, but I don't think I sold then. I must have sold a little bit earlier on, probably back here. I probably sold when it actually dropped. I think it might have been here actually, yeah, around here somewhere anyway. I sold anyway, made good, decent profit, and now I've started to buy back in. I think now is a good time to buy back in, even though I'm expecting lower prices. I think it's just a point for me to start buying and laddering in. In terms of investments, I would happily sit underwater in something that I know is fundamentally strong and that at some point in the future will rise. So you just got to flick that switch at some point and start buying. So I've started buying, that's my first order there, and the lower we go I will start buying. I've got some orders at 2.8 cent, 2.2 cent, and then I'm not going to buy any more until I see what's going on with the market. If we pump, then I've got some take profit regions already marked up. So if you're looking for buys, that's the levels, 2.8, maybe 3 or 4 orders all the way down to 2.2 cent. If we come down to here, what we'll do is jump into another video, and I'll have a look at some levels where we could target lower. Fingers crossed it doesn't come there. We've got the extensions on the fib at 1.7 and less than a cent there, but let's not talk about that just in case it does come down there. So there's the buy zones. Sell zones, I've got a couple of levels marked up. I've got loads of levels marked up for Vechain. Like I say, it's one of my favourite assets and I'm looking to accumulate it now. First sell zone, if you're looking to take some profit or accumulate, I do not suggest swinging your entire bag. For me, I'm using 50% hodl and 50% accumulate. So this is the first level here. I will be taking some profit at around 4.4 cent. I've got an alert set up for that. If you're using TradingView and you want to set alerts, just move your cursor to the right hand side and click that plus button and then click add alert, and then it will notify it on your mobile device or on TradingView as well. And then I've got another level set up here, which is a previous level of support and a level of resistance. at around 5.6 cents. So I mentioned their buy zones. I've also got 2 major sell zones. These other green bands are levels of resistance, but we're not going to come up there anytime soon at 6.8 and 8.3 cents. I think if that did come up there, we'd have a major market breakout, but I just think we're a little bit far away from that, to be honest. A couple of other things to note. So when we bounced down here to this bottom here, the RSI went into oversold territory, and if we just look at the other periods when that happened, we bounced here and went on to create a decent rally from that oversold part. And if you look here, so it was there. Obviously we dipped first, but then went on to rally around 100% from that RSI. So that is always usually a good indicator to monitor. I try not to use too many indicators, so I've got levels of support and resistance. I use the RSI because it just gives me a little bit more oomph, and then obviously Fibonacci if required. So 3 indicators I use if you're wanting help setting them up or anything, need to jump into my Telegram group. You'll find that link on my link tree in the description of this video, and we'll be able to help you out there, because it's hard if you're learning how to trade or if you're learning how to take profit. It is hard when you first start. Looking at the markets on the right hand side here, some assets are absolutely selling off. Dome, one of my favourite assets, is continuing to drop. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm just accumulating Dome. But back to Vechain. We'll take a quick look at the BTC pair, and then we'll wrap this video up because it's nearly beer o'clock in the UK and I'll be going straight out. So looking at the price here, we are currently at 103 Satoshis. I've got a big level marked up here at 66 sats. If you're trading in Bitcoin, this is a level to keep your eyes on now. 66 Satoshis is probably a region we may not get to, but it depends on the market. If Bitcoin does get dragged down, you're probably going to see the rest of the market pull down too. But levels to buy there, I mean, if you're looking for levels to sell, you're probably going to look up here at 155 Satoshis, major area support here. But I can't imagine too many people trading in BTC these days. I think it's a little bit a thing of a past. So that's it in terms of analysis on Vechain. I'm not going to say if it's going to go up. I'm not going to say if it's going to go down because the market is very indecisive. I just mentioned there some levels where you could buy, levels to sell, and I think that's all you need at the minute. You just need something simple. You need the basics there to accumulate or to sell whenever a price is at support or resistance. That is all you need to know. The only thing. Try not to overcomplicate it. Try not to use too many indicators, otherwise you're just going to get lost in a minefield. Before we finish, I'd just like to give you a quick shout out to BitGet. Is the exchange I'm using on a day-to-day basis. I'll leave you with a quick video. It just shows you all the components of it, but we've got copy trading there. If you're not a good trader, we've got plenty of traders there, professional traders who you can copy. Futures trading, and it is also non-KYC. If you check out that link in the description, you can get up to 20% off fees, and there's a potential $4,163 in bonuses. So go and check it out, and like I say, you will find that link in the description of this video. But that's it from me today. I'll leave you with this video. Have a great weekend.